Hello, everyone. This is Faheem Jackson, and it's episode 143 of my podcast show, In the Know. This podcast is aimed at trying to guide people through the world with a variety of topics. Each season, there will be a particular group of topics to cover. Within these topics, I am asking questions and trying my best to answer these questions with my viewpoints of the world around me. The following episode introduction speech is for the topic of today. And that introduction speech is, what are the ways in which fitness makes you feel over time? When I first started lifting weights, I didn't think that it would aid me in the way in which it did. Since getting back into lifting in 2018, I've made considerable changes, and I'm happy with those changes. And you want to be just as satisfied as well. The more you work, the more you'll notice the changes. I'm still a work in progress, and I've been exercising since 2018. So you have time to go if you're just starting. The reason I am harping on time is because you would take on this feeling because of your newfound strength. People will actually start to take notice. The people who have been around you and the new people you'll start to attract will come with the compliments. And I would be lying if I told you that it didn't matter how those individuals felt. You should know what the feeling is like. Don't get me wrong, I was a skinny guy when I first started at about 155 pounds. Now I'm approximately 205 pounds and stronger than I've ever been in my life. You yourself don't have to be a person that gains weight. You could be one of these people that want to lose weight, which is someone that I have never been. So let's go into the episode today regarding feelings you get over time from lifting weights. Listen and enjoy, as well as share with your friends, family, and community. And also, when you hear this over on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the channel. So let's get into the topic with the initial feeling you're supposed to have. When you're exercising, there'll be this feeling of being tight in the body, especially if you're someone who is not used to actually working out. Let me assume you're someone that is working out on a consistent basis. You're going to get that tight feeling because your muscles are working. Meaning, when I'm bench pressing, I can feel the pressure being put on my forearm, upper arm, my chest. When I am pushing up, my back muscles. Even my hands have to have a firm grip of the pole. The grip itself can make your hands more rugged and durable. I like to perform sit-ups, but on the incline bench. This will also get your core muscles going, yet even more with a weight plate. And when I mean weight plate, I usually hold the plate and then do the crunch and pull the plate above my head simultaneously. That tightness is normal, but you should not feel a strain in your body as well. This means you're most likely doing something wrong. Like, for instance, leg curls are going to test your hamstrings. And I've had my fair share of Charlie horses for performing this exercise. So be careful and know what you're doing. Yet in the case of not, ask someone around for help. But what are the true feelings that you should have when lifting weights? That goes into the next section. And this is real feelings of fitness. Now, for the prior section, I started about the feeling you're supposed to have. Now let's observe what it truly feels like. And that feeling is not just applicable to the gym, but also working around society. Wearing your clothes as it grips your arms and your pants fitted against your lower body. It feels like a glove on the body. As for the gym, you will finish your sets and receive this dose of dopamine that makes you want to keep going. And even when you plan on staying only a certain amount of time, you'll get into a zone and want to keep going and do more. Once you do decide to leave the gym, there's this confidence that comes over you because of what you've accomplished. How can you pass this on to other people, especially people that are not in the gym on a daily basis? You could give them the confidence to go into the fitness location themselves. So let's move on to the next section of the episode. That is the upsides of fitness. When you're going to the gym, there are so many great things that could come from going. One of those obvious things you notice is the physical appearance. But you'll also start to see something else to take hold. And that is the fact that your health will start to feel on the upswing. The food and beverages that you consume will feel better when it enters the body. It also is different as the waste exits the body. I noticed this when I was going to the bathroom because the waste was coming out a lot smoothly. The meat should have been tougher to pass through, but not when you're healthy. I've been on the both sides. I used to eat whatever, not exercising, so that meant difficult bowel movement. It got better with diet and nutrition. As for sleep, I've been sleeping less hours in my bed than catching up on sleep on my way to work. Now, as you work out, make sure you put in enough time so that you're getting a good workout, but don't go overboard with it. What do I mean by this? This goes into the next section. Don't overwork. See, when it comes to this, I've been down this road numerous times and actually continue to go down this road still to today. And to be honest with you, it's a road that is not that hard to travel down. You could be in the gym lifting and lifting. The next thing you know, you're straining yourself. This could easily happen when you're in a groove and you start to go harder and harder. You lose track of time and begin going in. Your body now needs either time off or you need lighter weights until the body is back where you want it to be. People will literally stay in the gym for 2 hours. And to me, that is unnecessary unless you're in fitness competitions and your body is going through some form of conditioning. Then in that case, it is your job. But most people are not entering fitness competitions. So anywhere from 30 minutes to 1 hour will do the job 3 to 5 times a week. Give yourself a day or two for rest so you can recharge for the next week. Don't overwork by going 7 days per week because you can overwork yourself that way and strain your body as well. So let's head into the next section. Why most people, especially in America, are unfit. In the United States of America, we are a nation where people are consuming fast food on an unhealthy level. There are men and women in the country who eat fast food every single day. So even eating it multiple times a day. This unhealthy way of life has contributed to so many health effects caused by food. You have diabetes, stroke, heart attack, hypertension, hypoglycemia, stress levels rising, high blood pressure, and even depression. Wow, to think that food can lead to depression. Or better yet, the food we eat makes us feel sluggish and bad about ourselves via our health and physical appearance. That can easily lead to depression. From there, your life will continue to spiral. This is why it's very important to pay close attention to the details of taking care of yourself. So, how do you get more people to join? If you want people to get involved, then you're going to have to make sure you allow the people access inside. And the inside information is showing the people or person how to do it themselves by watching you or listening to you. You should first start with people that are around you. How about your significant other, for instance? Then there are the people in your family as well as the close friends who see your results. If they have any issues with starting themselves, show them the way. Give them the diet you use and the exercises you used. At my job, there have been a few people who have asked me how I go about exercising and the programs that I use. As for family, they have never reached out to me, maybe because I've never shown them my results, but I also live in another part of the country. But if I did, they would notice if I showed them. Simply because I was a slim guy. But I most likely should because it would help them. As for you, share your results with others. Now let's look at this from more of a systemic standpoint. Make this a government initiative. In the United States, we live in a country that is roughly 75% of the population that is overweight. That is a problem going into the future, especially considering the health effects linked to being overweight. And for me, I come from a community where there are a lot of overweight people and even obesity. So what does the government have to do with this topic? Well, they could make this a public initiative because the health of your citizens have a lot to do with the future security of a nation. We need healthy people in industries, schools, and even our military. But how do you get the people involved? One way is to get the children involved. The children in schools. Exercise will get them off to a good start. as they step into life. It will become second nature to keep your body in shape. For me, I've been an athlete my entire life, so it comes as no surprise that I'm someone that likes to keep himself fit and in the gym. So the initiative by the government wouldn't do me any good. But what about you? So let's go on to the ongoing work to stay fit. As you begin to work over time, you will notice that a lot of times you're working out to maintain. And for the reason you'll be maintaining is because it is difficult to keep yourself going over time. As we age, it will be a reality that weight will come on, and it will be more difficult to let the weight go. So staying in the gym 3 times per week for about 30 to 45 minutes is doable. From here, we can go on into the last portion of the show. And that is where we lead to this show wrap up. While we have to ask the question, how fitness makes me feel over time. This episode is interesting because I've been going at it for about 5 years now. I'm able to retain the weight I've been putting on as far as muscle is concerned. Now, I could have gained more weight in the fitness journey, yet I kept eating, which was slow. So with regards to this, over time, I felt great. As for you all, I asked the question for this episode to see how you would feel. And then I even added sections to allow you the opportunity to see the benefits. I hope you all have the same great feeling on your fitness journey as you embark down that path. So, thank you for listening to In the Know. I'll be bringing you another episode regarding fitness and wellness, and that is asking the question, how do I go about prepping my meals when I'm lifting weights?